Hey YouTube, it's me, Kirby, and you're watching KIRBBQ. Today I'm going to be using that new barrel smokehouse smoker cooker that I picked up the other day, and that I showed the unboxing video. And I think I'm going to go ahead and let my first cook be a pork butt. So, with that being said, let's go inside, let's prep up the butt, let's get ready to use and give this smoker its maiden voyage. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, we're going to go and get the charcoal basket lit first before we start prepping the pork butt. I'm going to start off with a chimney, half a chimney full of charcoal. I'm using lump charcoal. According to the manual, you can use either briquette. The preferred is briquette, but you can use lump. I had lump on hand, so that's what I'm using. Now that's a fire. I'm going to go ahead and let the chimney catch. After the chimney coals are nice and hot, I'm going to pour them on to the charcoal basket and set the drum on top. Alright, it's going to take about 15 minutes. See you in that amount of time. Okay, while we're waiting for the fire to come up the temp, wait for the fire to get lit, let's go ahead and trim the pork butt. It's not for competition, so I'm not going to get too aggressive with it. I do still like to trim out this fat that's in between what we call the roast and the horn. So I'm just going to trim in between there and remove that fat. To me, it just saves time when I'm in the when I'm processing the pork, that I don't have to pick this fat out, that I've already removed it. This is not the kind of fat that's gonna be melting down and making the meat nice and moist. That fat is just gonna be chewy. It's not gonna be a good bite in the mouth of your guest or whoever you're serving it to. It's just gonna be real rubbery, so I like to get rid of it. And I'll leave it at that. I'm like I said, it's not competition, but just a quick reminder though, if you are interested in competition, this piece of meat right here is what's known as your money muscle. That's what a lot of guys focus on when they're turning in their butts. This one to me is a good one. I think I might just trim it out. Just play with it in a way. We would inject that, and then my second rub is Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub. I like using this because it adds color. I also like this combination because the very first time I competed, it's the combination that I use and helped me get a GC in the backyard division. Not once. Got two backyard GCs and one backyard RGC using this rub combination. So that's why I like sticking with it. I don't moved on from it now that I'm in the pros, but in the backyard cooking, it brought in the checks. In backyard competition, it brought in the checks, as my man Drew would say. And somebody will say, well, why do you share what rubs that you use? I believe it was Myron Mixon who pointed out that just because you know what I do doesn't mean you're going to get the same results that I get. And I believe that's evident by the number of people who go to the different cooking classes. And it's not a knock against cooking classes. I've taken some. I'm going to one in a couple of weeks. But when you don't get the same results that guy's getting when you go out and compete. Even though you know exactly what he's doing at that moment in time, you don't go out and beat him with his rub combination and his cooking techniques. Because there's other variables that's involved. I don't have his pit. I don't have his teammates. I don't have his level of passion and drive. Just a bunch of other variables that go into it other than just, hey, this is what I use. You're not going to get the same results I get just because you know what rubs and I'm using. Alright, let's go ahead and spray the top. That is it. I'm going to let that sit for about an hour. We're going to go outside and see where our fire is at. Alright, let's go outside. Alright, we got a pretty good fire going there in our chimney. All the coals are nicely lit. Yeah, just call me hot hand loop. Alright, looks like the outer rim is clear. I'm going to go ahead and set the body over the coals now. Make sure I'm down to just the first dot that's supposed to represent our level. I'm going to take out the hanging rack. I'm just going to use the, I'm going to use the hanging rack. I'm sorry, I need to take out the other rack before it gets too hot. Okay. Got the lid tightly fastened now. Y'all can't see that, can you? I'm sorry. You can see the thermometer But it's quickly climbing. Okay, the Barrelhouse smoker is at the temp. The pork butt isn't ready. I'm going to use 2 hooks just to make sure it's going to be nice and sturdy when I put it in. Let's go ahead and get it out to the Barrelhouse cooker and hang a pork butt. Alright, we out here at the Barrelhouse smoker about to hang some meat. We are running at 300 according to the analog. Now, I'm going to pull out. And the difference between the analog, well, the probe, I put in the middle rack, and I have the probe in on at the middle rack. I hope I can keep it in there and hang the meat. But at the middle rack, at the probe, is running 325. Hope you was able to see that. Alright, let's see if we can hang some meat. Pull it all the way out. No, it don't look like it may. Let's see. Okay, well, tell you what, we're going to do it this way then. Guess I won't hang it. I already got the middle rack in, I don't have my... No. Hold on, gotta... There. I'll go ahead and put in a chunk of wood. Just call me Hot Hand Luke. Alright, and I'll put in a meat probe. Right in the roast. Alright, shut it down. Alright, according to the manual, according to the manual, at 200 degrees it's supposed to take between 5 and 6 hours to cook. It's running at 326, so 300, 326, somewhere in between there. So I'm going to guess 3.5, 4 hours with it. At the 2 hour mark, I have a probe in it. I'll check it. I may foil it and wrap it. I don't know, we'll see. You know what? It's the first go around. I'm not going to wrap it. I'm just going to let it go till it reaches 200. Then I'm going to pull it. Alright. This is Kirby. Stay tuned. See you guys in a little while. Okay, it's been about 3 hours. And Let's see what the so pitch temps 318, and then internal temp of the butt 147. I hope you can see that. So it's not done, still got a ways to go. Let's look at the color of it. Okay. Let's zoom in on that. And that's what we're looking at 3 hours in. I'll let it continue to cook. Alright. We got some nice color on it, but excuse me, I'm coughing because I don't know why I'm coughing. But we got some nice color on that, but like I said, I'm going to try to let it go to the full 200 and something, and then pull it and see how it turns out. Alright, so I'm just going to let it ride. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm getting 206, 207 in the roast. Horn, I'm getting 210. So it's done. I went on to crush it. I just got too much stuff going on, so I had to crutch it so I can get it done, so I can move on to other things. But I know it's hot, but the ever so popular pull the bone out the thing. There you go. That's done. For those of you who was waiting to see that. It's a little pit master privilege right here. Nice smoky flavor on the bark. I know the bark always tastes good, but to me it came out a little, at least from this piece that I taste from the horn, tastes a little dry. I like the taste of the bark, but some of the meat tastes a little dry. But the vinegar, some algae that I have in here, and once I mix the vinegar, finishing sauce in with it, won't be none the wiser. But in any event, this was the first pit barrel cook with a Boston butt. I like the flavor, but it's just a little dry. And get a whole piece chance to rest up. But in any event, I'm just going to bring this to a close because it's late. I got other things I need to do. I really like the smoky flavor of the cook. It turned out good. The meat's a little dry. The bark has a good flavor, nice smoke flavor to it. I like that. But I think with this being my first cook, to me it just tastes a little dry on the end. Not sure that what caused that. I'll fix it after I cook on it some more. If you have a Barrelhouse cooker and you've done a hunger pork butt on it, pork shoulder or pork butt on it, I'll be interested in hearing some of your feedback. What you think would be better to help keep it moist and hanging. That's it. But anyway, I'm going to bring this video to a close. Thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate your support throughout the years. Tell a friend about KIRBBQ. Continue to watch. Got more videos coming for you soon. Thanks.